For
Yeah.
Josh.
Okay, we're live then. There we go.
Sit with the cool cats on the
Yeah.
other side.
Okay. Hello. Looks like you worked today.
Sure.
Your sleeves all dirty.
Part of the fun, part of the job.
All right, I'm going to call this meeting to order. It is August 10th at 7:01 PM. Can we rise for the pledge, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag, the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible.
Indivisible, with liberty. Yes.
I'm gonna do roll call. I've got Rod.
Yes.
I don't have Scott yet. But I have Josh,
Here.
Lauren,
Here,
Stephanie is here. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Rod to approve the agenda, second by
I'll second it. Yeah.
Josh. Any discussion? Bar none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, so we have one new guest here today. So we have, I'll give my little spiel as to my first reading. And it is, good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here. I'd like to welcome you to today's public meeting regarding the proposed consolidation of the county auditor and the county treasurer offices. The purpose of today's meeting is to provide information about the proposal, explain why the commission is considering it, and most importantly, hear from the members of the public. No final decision is being made tonight. The meeting is an opportunity for citizens to ask questions, share their thoughts, and have their comments become part of the public record. This proposal is not about any individual or political office holder. It is about evaluating whether the current structure remains the best way to serve our county. We welcome differing viewpoints and appreciate everyone taking the time to participate respectfully. Again, we ask that everyone is respectful for one another, even if we have different viewpoints. Our goal is to have an open, productive discussion, focusing on what is the best interest for the county and its taxpayers. So thank you for taking the time to participate. We'll begin with a quick overview and we'll open the floor for questions and public comments. So on the sheets that you have, the first one with the pictures on it is, I have to look at it myself again, it's been a while, is a comparison of the current structure versus the proposed structure. And we could almost share that up on the screen, but I think I saved it. And on there just shows the how it is currently with the two separate offices, and the proposal is to merge the office. And instead of having an auditor and a deputy, a treasurer and deputy, it would be an auditor slash deputy, auditor slash treasurer with two deputies. And on the back shows the counties that there are currently, there are currently 23 counties that have already merged the two positions out of 53 counties. So it's a kind of a new, hello, Jamie.
You know where you put that on stuff so I can share it?
I did. I saved it under, it's under shared drive, under, I think I put it auditor treasurer merge. I thought it'd be,
Your PowerPoint?
nope,
Not that one, because
It
that's what I
was-
have in there.
maybe I didn't save it there.
What's these? What these are? Oh, nope.
And then the second sheet that you have is like the second sheet is just an explanation as to why, why is it being considered? We have a recent vacancy in the county auditor position. So it provides us an opportunity to look, should we restructure? Do we need to replace the person? Could one person do both? Could three of them manage the two departments together? So it gives us an opportunity to figure out if that would be the best for the future. And it about improving efficiency, strengthening financial operations, and ensuring long-term sustainability for the county. And we go through the benefits on the end. And then on the backside is the frequent questions asked. And I did this morning. I'd like to do it again. And I would like to have, it's been a month in. So since it's been a month in, I would like Madison to tell us, how has it been for the month?
It's been good. I wrote down a couple things because I feel like we've done so much. So, the biggest thing was getting budget ready. That was huge. We were cleaning up a bunch of accounts, so that took a couple weeks. We got deed changes up to, I believe it was July. So we'll have to start those up again. It's just, when someone does a deed, their name gets changed on the tax record. And so, the auditor's office does that. They hadn't been done since about March, I think, so we got caught up on those. Election's gonna be starting soon, so dealing with those, some trainings. I had the auditor treasurer conference beginning of July. And we just had a CPT conference, which is our software, so we just had that 2 weeks ago. It's just been getting like minutes in the paper, commissioner meetings, getting those ready, attending those. Getting things ready for August 31st budget hearing notices go out. Those are we do not do estimated tax statements anymore. We do budget hearing notices. So getting all the information for that, gonna start those here soon. Those are due August 31st. They'll go out. Yeah.
So with all of that whirlwind in the past month, do you still feel that it is feasible that you could handle both positions, that three of you could manage the
Absolutely.
departments?
Yes,
Okay,
for
good.
sure.
The next person I'd like to ask is Bryce. Do you want to come sit here with us, or you want to just yell from afar?
It's been going pretty well. Been busy with budget last couple weeks, but it's been pretty well.
Yeah, speaking of budget, I have to give more praise again. I've done it for all the other meetings. Maddie and Bryce, you guys are a godsend with the budget. You guys have really rocked it.
Well, I like it how you guys just got everything laid out and you just went through. Here's the changes. Here's what's done, here's what's not, here's what we need, that's it. And we can look at it and said, yep, looks good to us. The way it was laid out like that, I was really, really happy. You guys, not only did you clean a lot of stuff up, you simplified it a lot more, which was really, really handy. So
Yeah, I would add the same to that, Josh. Absolutely.
So compared to what we've had to deal with the last 4 years and struggling and figuring stuff out, like I said, you guys just laid out so simple this year. And it made it really, really easy to make the decision. So we were.
Oh, it was new software too, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Now, and this new software was the toughest part of it all, was to transition and make sure everything's in the right place. And the new software does have brilliant reports, and Maddie is now getting the reports to you guys to be able to see them all.
Yes. Yeah, and there wasn't they actually CPT, we did have to change our account numbers. We just really had to add like one number to it. But they did actually, they have, I believe most of our counties was 9-digit parcel numbers. Is it 9? And we had 14, I think it was. So they actually made it so that our 14 would match with theirs. So on the tax rolls, yes. So they did a lot of work too. And so, yeah, we had to change account numbers. So I think a lot of that, and payroll was new. And a lot of like an example of the cleanup that Bryce and I did was all of the salary. So like there's my salary and Bryce's account number was ending in 6112. Mine was 6111. All of his stuff was coming out of 6111. So my account. So how we cleaned it up was Bryce, I gave the totals, and then Bryce went in and did journal entries for those, which is pretty much going in and taking his salary out of mine and putting it in the correct line item. So just so that we can see it on the budget now.
It's during payroll, it is
Yes.
coming on the right ones.
Yeah.
I think that during the first payroll, everything was always such a rush. And we have to do payroll tomorrow, so it was.
Yeah.
But with us changing, pushing everything back a week, that gives you a little bit more time too. Did that help out or no?
having it be in every other week?
Yeah.
No, that's, I mean, that was just in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah. And now, I mean, payroll, like when I was deputy, it was always, if we got paid on the 16th, I would always start payroll on the 14th. So I had that extra time. And so even now, like we'll get paid on Friday, but I'll be starting payroll and hopefully finishing it by the end of the day tomorrow. So it's all done beforehand. So it's not like, oh, last minute trying to rush and trying to get things done and, oh no, we're not going to get these people paid. So it's nice. It's not so rushed anymore. And I know now where to check, where to balance things, where to make sure that those accounts are for sure coming out of, or those amounts are coming out of the right accounts. So yeah, lots of learning, but it's good. And we're understanding CPT more. So where before we're like, oh, this is terrible. I think we're getting the hang of learning it. So that's nice.
Well, that
good.
new accounting,
Mhm.
it's more like community action. I mean, where you can see, not that this one's perfect yet, but maybe it'll get better.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
at least the old one was pretty tough to figure out.
Mhm. This is like a year and a half of cleaning that they did.
Yeah.
They literally went to everything, single expense code and double checked what was coded to it and made sure it was in the
Yes.
right areas, and that was awesome. Now to
Hopefully we're all
Em-
cleaned up.
Now to Emily, she is our current auditor deputy.
I think things have been going really good. We're starting to do some training and some updating for election for coming in November, so that's fun. It's gonna be, get Maddie back into it, but.
Been a long time.
Yeah, but they have such excellent resources there at the state, so I feel really good. I mean, I've done all the trainings and everything, so yeah, I feel really confident with it. Things have been going really smoothly, and especially with payroll. Things have been nice, double checking everything now, getting things cleaned up to make sure everything matches who we're paying, and be it for benefits, things like
Yes.
a lot more cleaned up. So
First payroll was rough. There was a lot of trying to figure out how to merge or how to bring over the time clocks. It was coming over kind of funky, and you have to make sure that your salaried employees, like they have their own line, and but this last payroll was much better.
Yeah.
I understood what they were saying before. I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. Like, what do you mean that I don't have to put the salary people in there? Like, it was just weird. They have their own thing and they just come across by themselves. So,
there's a couple adjustments that still
Yes.
need to be made. We need to fix like the PTO and
Yeah.
sick and vacation in there needs to be adjusted because it hadn't been fixed, and then there were some issues, so.
What I'd like to hear right now is that you three are cross-trained. You all
Yes.
three
Yes.
are learning the payroll. You all three can help each other out.
Oh, and you
and-
guys are getting so long doing it.
I'm excited for tax season. I'm kind of fun. I'm excited to learn that side of it.
like, I'm excited to do taxes.
I know, like, I think it'll be really fun, like, to know it all, and yeah,
Are you gonna be here during that time, or are you?
I plan to only take about 6 weeks, so I should be here. Yep. And I've told them, like, I've told Maddie, if something happens and there's a day where Bryce is sick, or they're like, hey, we need help.
Baby
Yeah,
can come,
I'll-
baby's portable.
yeah. And
For sure.
Jacob's got 6 weeks, so I can leave baby at home with him even too, or maybe I just. need a
All of a
week.
sudden Emily's
Yep.
like, hello, I think they called me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they told.
2 weeks you'll call in, you guys want my help?
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know how to not work for 6 weeks. I was like, I might come in. Maddie's like, no, enjoy your time. I'm like,
It's okay,
"No,
take your
I
time.
need this. So,
But remember to take your time off and rest too.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I understand that
Yes.
it's tough with the newborn. It's very, very tough to rest, but
Oh,
I've,
God.
I've dealt with it too, but also just take your time and get the rest you need too,
Yeah.
because
For sure.
I know there's two things behind that. One, there's, when you come back to work, you do get wore out, and two, I know it's hard to leave that kid behind. So when you start going back to work, that emotional attachment, it's different.
I know.
sure.
That's, I'm like, Jacob, he gets 6 weeks, and they're like, are you gonna take all 6 weeks? And I'm like, yeah.
My
yeah,
wife-
You're
For
gonna
sure.
enjoy it.
My wife took 8.
Oh, okay,
So-
yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. So far the plan is 6, because that means no C-section, so. And I'll
Yes.
pop in every now and then just to kind of keep with the flow of things, and you know, it's just good to have a little bit of normalcy and
Mhm.
just in case there's any questions or anything I can help with.
Any questions from me? Do you have any questions or comments you'd like to bring, or are you just soaking it all in?
Mostly soaking it all in. My main concern is making sure that, 3 people doing the work of 4 people during your busiest time, if you'll be able to handle it, like, without expecting a lot of overtime or burnout.
Yes. Good questions. Thoughts, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, so we were kind of asked this question too last time where election is very close to tax season because tax statements usually are getting those ready mid-November towards the end of November, and then we would send out the tax statements about mid-December, somewhere in there. Last year they went really well. We did have one extra person, the extension agent. They didn't have too much going on in December, so she came down and she helped us for a little while, but that was folding and stuffing, and I think we were even 2 days ahead of schedule. I think usually for when we were stuffing them and sending them out. I know it took a little bit longer with us being on CPT. It was the first year that the auditor did it last year, so a little bit of extra time there, but otherwise it went really well. We folded, stuffed, and sent them out before our usual deadline, so that was good. Yeah, so I don't expect us needing a 4th person. If for some reason, if the extension agent didn't have someone to come down and she wanted to help, then she could, or if Christine
guys
wanted
kind
to
of help each
help,
other
like,
out
yeah,
in
we
the
kind of all just help
offices.
each other out. It was the same thing with like, the absentee applications. We'll help stuff and fold those
Well,
every once in a while, and
go out again.
those won't go out again, no, but like last, I think in May, whenever those were sent out before, and then we put labels on the thing, so we all just
Yeah.
kind of help each other out, so I know if for some reason we were overwhelmed, we needed an extra person, I think someone would step in, so we wouldn't need to go out and hire someone to do so.
In the past, even I've came in and helped stuff envelopes and
Yeah.
to do mailers.
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't mind.
Well, I'll do, but my,
Has anyone talked to other counties to see if there's been any hiccups that, because the 23 other counties have gone through this change? If they've had any experiences where they regret the change or have had any problems with it?
There's been one
This
county in
really-
the state that has went back, and that was more of a political belief situation than the office functioning. I I worked in both Nelson County and Griggs County for the last 13 years. I was part of Nelson County's nomination of 2 offices, and it's worked flawlessly. Foster County followed Nelson County and used Nelson County's formula. And there's one other county that did, I don't recall. But Nelson County did theirs about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's worked great. And like I said, Foster County followed. And one other county, I just don't remember who it was, that got the stuff from me. So, yeah, I mean, I think that it's more efficient, and most counties have gone from like 4 people down to 3 people. I haven't heard any complaints about it, and I've been talking to people since I started in 2013 about the combination of the 2 offices.
I think what makes it more efficient is before we're 2 different offices, it was before there was computerized. We had to do everything by hand and books and files, and now with so much technology on everything, even communication. It's made things a lot easier. Or efficient,
Mhm.
so we're more time efficient with it.
in the end result, it can save the taxpayers money.
Yep.
That, if that's the main thing, is as long as there's no increase in errors, that they can save resources.
Yep.
That would be ideal.
Yes. And the one thing, if it doesn't work, we can always go back, but I feel strong with the crew that we currently have, and they're strong. Maddie spent her first 4 years in the auditor's office as a deputy. And then when the treasurer opened up, then she moved over to the treasurer's department. So has experience in both. So that's why it was such an easy transition for her to take on both roles together. And when you have 2 brilliant deputies right here, it just makes life a lot easier to to go forward with it.
And regardless of what's going on, we still budgeted for that position this year. So for some reason, if they're upset that it doesn't work or whatever else, and we have to go back, we can. So it's all factored in. We're not gonna re-levy, or we're not gonna be, what's the word I'm looking for? We're not hurting ourselves to go either back or forth. So
Right.
we kind of plan for either or. So.
Out of curiosity, I understand skill sets would be a little different for between the two deputies. Is there, you said if you've done both jobs, is it, if everyone's cross-trained, are you finding that some people are better at one task?
Yep.
One than another, and, for the overall position of a deputy position, but into the combined position, is there going to be concerns with finding the right person? Or training people into that position, because they have to understand both systems.
Right. Maddie's gonna be the master of all. She's gonna have to understand all of it.
Yep. Yes.
Just thinking of moving forward.
And both,
Yeah.
yes, and both the deputies will be cross-trained, and they'll find out, let's say Bryce is like, hey, my forte is, we for sure know his forte is GL entries and reconciliation there. We're like, okay, Bryce, that will be yours, but Emily will know how to do it.
Mhm.
So if there's something that happens and Bryce is gone, and we're like, oh, we need to do something, Emily's very capable of doing it, or
Mhm.
Madison. And vice versa. Emily's gonna work on something, and this is like, oh, Emily's all about this area, and this is her strong suit. She will continue having that strong suit. But again, when she's on maternity leave, Bryce is like, yeah, I got you, and Madison.
Mhm.
I'm not leaving you out.
No.
I'm just looking at these two. You know,
Yes.
and if Maddie is gone, you know, these two are able to stroll it, you know,
Yeah.
it'll help it. And one good thing is that it won't be with two offices. You see people come in and they go to the auditor's office and they'll say, no, go to the deputy's office, and they'll go to the deputy's office or to the treasurer's office. The treasurer's like, no, that actually is the auditor's office. So they go back to the auditor's office. And the goal is a one-stop shop. You come in, you go to the one, you have all three people, they'll be able to help you.
Mhm.
You know, you won't have to say, oh, they're gone for the day. You know, there's nobody in the auditor's office today, or there's nobody in the treasurer's office today. Come back again. There'll always be somebody. One of the three will be there. So that also does help with that.
Yeah, and each, like how Steph was saying, like Bryce is like, right now, we get state aid money for the townships, library, things like that. So Bryce receipts those in, and Emily writes the commissioner meeting checks. And so like, those are things that like, we would all know how to do all of that, but it would just be like, Bryce is the main person that does this, and Emily is the main person that does this. So they'll have their designated tasks, but yes, we will all know how to do each task.
Yep. And checks and balances to make sure that
Yes.
if one person does one, the other person does the other. So not one person controls the money the whole time, you know, and one
Mhm.
person receives and takes out, because then you just don't know what's gonna happen.
Yep.
You always have to have that check and balance. So you have your own internal audit side to assure there's no fraudulent activity. We still have our annual audit. And we for sure have the commissioners that are viewing all the work and getting reports.
Yeah.
Oh, simple. They were very good questions. Thank you. I appreciate that.
We love questions.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to add, or? Otherwise, if nobody has anything else, I can look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll make-
Motion by-
I'll
motion
sec-
by
I'll
Joss,
second it.
second by Rod. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion, bar none? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
I
I'm assuming you're eyeing for the adjournment, not the opposing, right?
Right.
Motion carried. End of the meeting. It is at 7:25 PM. Our next meeting will be August 24th at 9:30 AM.
Yes.